Welcome to the Morning Download Podcast, your go-to resource for personal finance, economics, and market insights. In just 8 minutes a day, we provide valuable information to help you make better money decisions. Don't forget to sign up for our free newsletter at https://www.morningdownload.com/subscribe. Let's dive right in. In today's episode, we'll cover increasing investment in stocks and rising prices of Bitcoin, lower inflation rates, surging stocks with significant growth in all sectors, Bitcoin price fluctuations and predictions, the cost of buying a house and factors influencing the down payment, and the importance of understanding a company's actions in relation to its stock.
Did you notice that money seemed to have flown from Bitcoin to stocks yesterday, causing stocks to reach new heights? But here's a fun fact for you. Have you ever heard of the lipstick indicator? It's a term coined by Leonard Lauder, the chairman of Estée Lauder. The theory behind it is quite interesting. During tough economic times, lipstick sales tend to increase. Why? Well, it's considered an affordable luxury that people can still indulge in even when times are tight. Some investors even humorously use this as an indicator of the economy. Who would have thought, right? Now, let's get into what we have in store for you today. First off, inflation numbers came out, and surprisingly, they're lower than what was expected. It's always interesting to keep an eye on these things as they can impact the market. On another note, Bitcoin enthusiasts will be happy to hear that there are predictions of it hitting $50,000 in just 4 months. That's quite a jump, don't you think? Keep an eye on the crypto market if you're into it. Lastly, we'll be talking about homes and down payments. The joys of adulting. If you've ever wondered about how much you need for a down payment on a house, we'll be delving into that today. So it looks like inflation in the US has cooled down in October. The Consumer Price Index, which measures the average change over time in prices paid by urban consumers for a market basket of consumer goods and services, rose 2% for the 12 months that ended in October. This is a drop from the 7% increase we saw in September. On a monthly basis, prices remained unchanged for the first time since July 2022. That's quite a shift, considering that the month before, prices went up by 4%. This increase was mainly driven by rising gas and rent costs. Economists were expecting a smaller monthly increase of 1% and a year-over-year gain of 3%. However, the actual numbers came in lower than expected. The core CPI, which excludes the more volatile food and energy categories, saw a monthly increase of 2%. This brought the annual increase to 4%, the lowest it has been since September 2021. This news had a positive impact on the stock market, with stocks soaring and some hitting new highs. In other global news, developing countries are facing debts owed to China amounting to at least $1 trillion. These debts are coming due, posing challenges for these countries. On a brighter note, a majority of Americans seem to be optimistic about the economy, expecting it to be in fairly good shape in the near future. However, not everything is smooth sailing for social media platforms, as TikTok has been banned in Nepal due to concerns about its impact on social harmony. I've got some exciting news for all you stock enthusiasts out there, so brace yourselves for this one. Yesterday, the stock market experienced a jaw-dropping surge, and it's all thanks to some positive news about the economy. Trust me, you're going to want to hear this. First off, let's talk about the Dow, because it had a field day. It skyrocketed a whopping 490 points, which translates to a nice 4% increase. And that's not all. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ Composite weren't far behind as they both gained significantly. In fact, they had their best day since April, which is definitely worth celebrating. But what about the tech geeks among us? Well, fear not, because the tech sector also witnessed some major growth. 2 big players stole the show. Meta, formerly known as Facebook by the way, hit a remarkable 52-week high of $338.10. Now that's what I call climbing up that ladder. And let's not forget about Nvidia, which has been on an absolute tear. This incredible company managed to add a mind-boggling $220 billion in market value throughout November alone. Can you believe it? Plus, they're currently enjoying their longest winning streak in 7 years. That's seriously impressive. Oh, the exciting world of crypto. Bitcoin has been making quite the splash lately. After a weekend of gains, it unfortunately took a tumble below $35,000 on Tuesday. It's always a roller coaster ride in the world of cryptocurrency. But here's something interesting to keep an eye on. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is set to make a decision on 12-spot Bitcoin ETF applications. This decision window opened on November 9th and will close on November 17th. It's a pretty big deal for BTC holders who are eagerly awaiting the outcome. In the midst of all this, crypto analyst Fibik has made a prediction. Brace yourselves, because Fibik believes that if the Bitcoin price remains between $34,000 and $38,000 for the next 2 months, we could see a halving rally by mid-February. And if everything goes according to plan, Bitcoin could hit a whopping $50,000 by late March 2024. Now keep in mind that these predictions are always subject to change in this fast-paced crypto world. But it's good to have some projections to get our imaginations running wild. Who knows what the future holds for Bitcoin? Time will tell. Buying your first home can be a big step, but don't worry, I'm here to help. Let's talk about down payments and how much you'll need. Prices for homes have been on the rise, with the median sales price reaching $359,000 in January 2023. That's a significant increase from $266,300 just 3 years earlier. Now, the first thing you need to know is that the down payment amount depends on various factors, like the type of loan and the type of property you're interested in. Contrary to popular belief, you don't have to put down 20% of the purchase price. In fact, the average down payment on a primary residence is just 13%, and some low or no down payment mortgages allow for even less upfront. Another factor to consider is your monthly mortgage payment. The rule of 36 can help guide you here. It suggests that no more than 36% of your gross income should go towards debt, including your monthly mortgage payment. Lenders often allow borrowers to incur debt around 5 times their annual pay, so keep that in mind. When budgeting for your down payment, it's important to not drain all your savings. Lenders prefer applicants with some cash reserve, and it's always wise to have savings for unexpected expenses. There are also support programs available for first-time homebuyers, like the Home Ready Mortgage or Home Possible Mortgage. And don't forget about the perks you may enjoy, such as the ability to withdraw up to $10,000 from a traditional or Roth IRA without penalty. To boost your down payment fund, look for ways to cut expenses and save more. Set goals and eliminate unnecessary expenses like subscription services, and take advantage of high-yield accounts to make your money work harder for you. So take a deep breath, do your research, and start planning for that down payment. You're on your way to homeownership. Have you ever thought about investing in the stock market? Well, today's personal finance quote is a reminder of the importance of knowing what you're investing in. Peter Lynch, a legendary investor, once said, "Behind every stock is a company. Find out what it's doing." It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of buying and selling stocks, but it's crucial to remember that each stock represents a real company. Understanding what that company does and how it operates can make a big difference in your investment decisions. By taking the time to research and understand the underlying business behind a stock, you can gain valuable insights into its future potential. Is the company innovative and growing? Are their financial statements healthy? Are there any upcoming events that could impact the stock? These are all important questions to consider when evaluating an investment opportunity. So, before you jump on the latest stock tip or embark on a trading frenzy, remember to do your due diligence. Take the time to dig into the company's background, read their annual reports, and stay informed about industry trends. Ultimately, understanding what a company is doing will empower you to make more informed investment choices and increase your chances of long-term success in the stock market.
In this episode, we discussed how Bitcoin investment is shifting to stocks, with prices rising, while also exploring the lipstick indicator, suggesting increased sales in tough times, lower inflation, and the possibility of Bitcoin reaching $50,000 soon. We also touched on U.S. consumer price inflation in October, the surge in stocks, and the importance of understanding a company's actions in relation to its stock. Thanks for tuning into the Morning Download, your go-to podcast for personal finance, economics, and market insights in just 8 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe for more helpful content and sign up for our free newsletter at morningdownload.com/subscribe.